This is for Algebra 1, Section 2B, and it's finding the least common multiple using prime factorization. So I just made up a couple here, so if you're having problems, here's a few examples. So I can't get the lid off mine. Wow. Okay, so let's say you're wanting to find the least common multiple of 24 and 20. Then just find any two numbers, any two that will give you 24. You could do 2 times 12, you could do 3 times 8, 4 times 6, who cares? Let's say you think 4 times 6, okay? You just don't want to use like 1 times 24, that doesn't help you. Now, if these aren't prime, you need to break them down again, and 4 isn't, because I can write that as 2 times 2. And 6, I can write down as 2 times 3. Notice if you'd multiply all these together, you get 24, and every single one of these numbers is prime. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for 20. Any number that gives you like 20. Let's say you do 2 times 10. Okay, then 2 is already prime, but we're going to go, so he's already prime, so just bring him on down. 10 is not, so I can write that as 2 times 5. Okay, so to find your least common multiple, what you want to notice is that this number had 3 2's and this number had 2 2's. You want to use the one that had the most. So I need to choose 3 2's for my least common multiple. So I know I need 1, 2, 3. Whoops, I just put 3. That's supposed to be a 2 because I have 3 over here. Now this one has at least 1 3, so I need at least 1 3. And this one has a 5, so I also need a 5. Okay? If you multiply these numbers together, you will find your least common multiple. So let me see, 5 times 3 is 15, 15 times 2 is 30, 30 times, that should be what, 120? You can check me, okay, because I'm doing that mentally. So my smallest number that both of these numbers would go into would be 120. Okay, all right, so let's try another one. How about 15 and 24? Again, find any two numbers that give you 15. That'd be 3 and 5, and they're both prime, so I'm done. 24, I might think 3 times 8, okay, and I'm like, well, 3's prime, but 8's not. And by the way, I've done 8 enough to know that 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, because look, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So if you have to take 2 steps to get there, that's fine. So my least common multiple is, well, let's see. This guy has 3 2's, so I need to make sure my least common multiple, again, has, I say the number 3 and I want to write it, 3 2's. They each have a 3, so I need a 3. And this one has a 5, so I need a 5. So my least common multiple of 15 and 24, well, let's see, that's 15. 15 times 2 is 30. 30 times 4 is 120. I swear, did we just do the same problem? That's kind of weird, isn't it? That's crazy. That's coincidental, by the way. Okay, so let's go crazy. I can guarantee this one is not going to be 120. 25. 5 times 5 is 25. They're both prime. Here, I'm going to think 4 times 9, and 4 is not prime, so I'm going to write that as 2 times 2. 3 is not prime, so I have to write that as 3 times 3. Notice all of these are prime, all of those are prime. So this is crazy. This one's not going to be a small number at all. This one has 2 2's, so I've got to use that. This one has 2 3's, got to use that. And this one has 2 5's, I have to use that. So really, I might as well just take 25 times 36, and whatever that is going to be my answer. I'm trying to see if I can do this a nice way. There should be a time sign in there. It's not showing up. That's what I get for looking through my phone. 25, that's 100. I think this is 900. Okay, I'm doing that mentally. You might want to multiply that out for yourself using a calculator. But let's see, 25. I think that's right. It's 900. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, that's maybe, I'm just kind of using a scrap here. So let me do something here. Let's do 18 and I'm thinking 21. How about that? And do I want to use that? Yeah, maybe. Okay, think about 18. Anything that gives me 18, I'm going to think 2 times 9. Okay, 2's prime, 9's not. Now they're all prime. Notice if you multiply them back out, you get 18. Let's do 21. 3 times 7 is 21, and I'm already prime. So I'm like, yahoo! So how? Once again, how do you find your least common multiple? Notice this one has 1 3. This one has 2 3s. You want to use the one that has the most. So I'm going to have to use 2 3s. This one has a 2, so I can't ignore him. And this one has a 7, can't ignore that. So that should do it. If you multiply that out together, what is that? 21, 126, I think. Again, check my math. I think that's, wait, what is that? 21 times 6. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Hopefully that'll help you.